In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a responsive navigation bar for your mobile app, which when you change the screen size or frame size of your device, it will update itself automatically like this. So to start, I'm going to draw a frame here, and I'm adding a fill, changing the color to something we want to work with, like this, for example. I'm going to change width to 80 pixels and the height to 55 pixels, and I'm going to drag our first icon inside the frame and add a text to it. So that one would be dashboard. I'm going to drag it inside the frame, zoom in a bit, and now align that to center of the frame, align that one to the center of frame as well. Just bring this one a bit down and that one a little bit down here. So we have our frame here now. I'm going to check something else. Double click on the icon and check if your constraints are, for example, anything else. Just double click, make it center, and for your text as well, make it center, and just select the frame, duplicate the frame by Ctrl D, drag it here, press Ctrl D another 2 times, and just have these elements here. Then select all of them and align to bottom and just distribute horizontally and change that number to 0, so there would be no distance between them. Select them again all and create a new layout either way here by adding a plus icon in auto layout section or Shift A. So now we have our auto layout here, and if I just drag it, you can see it won't do any response or something like that. So I'm going to click each of these elements by double clicking on them. Then from here, double click, you have to go and change that fixed to the horizontal resizing to fill container. So do that for all of them. Change that fixed number to fill container. Now when you just drag it, it will automatically update itself. And I'm going to just copy and paste all of those other icons inside that. Just cut that one, Ctrl X, double click in here and paste to replace. Select that one, cut that one, double click here, paste to replace. Select that one, cut it, Ctrl X, double click, place to replace, right click, place to replace. Change names as well to, that one would be plans, that one would be newsfeed, and the last one would be more. So if we check again, we have it all here sorted. Change that number to 360 again, and I'm going to change this auto layout to a component. So now it's a component, and I can change the name to say nav bar, for example, or nav bar, or something you remember. Then if I go back to my frame, I can go to my assets and I can see it here. I can drag it here and place it into my frame and just align it with the right and align to the bottom. And now if I just drag our frame and just resize, look what happens. It won't change the size. To do that, we need to do something more here. I'm going to select that, and from constraints I'm going to change that one, the horizontal constraint to scale, and change that one to bottom. So now look what happens when we select our frame, and when we drag, it will automatically update itself in either direction. I'm going to Ctrl Z that now. Now that our bottom navigation is done, I'm going to show you how you can create the mobile notification bar on the top, which is this one. So I have these few icons here, which I downloaded it. So we have the battery, we have the percentage, Bluetooth or something. These are for mobile. So I'm going to select the first batch of icons and just make a create an auto layout, Shift A. So this is an auto layout, and change the distance to 6 and change their alignment, center alignment, so they're center aligned. I will do the same thing for this bit here as well. I will select them, then create auto layout by Shift A, center aligned, they're all aligned in center, and the distance is already 6, so we don't need to do anything more. I'm going to select both of them, then align vertically, so horizontally, so if they are aligned here as well, then again select all both of them and Shift A, create an auto layout. So now this is auto layout. From here I'm going to add a fill to it, change the color to something you can see, for example black, then bring the opacity down because you want to put it on top of your screen. So close this and then add some padding to it. Let me see, because that one has to be the size of the other one. So that's all about it, and just padding to the top and bottom. So let me zoom. So that's the right size. Just maybe make it 4, so it'll be the right size. So I bring it down here, and look what happens. If you want to stretch it again, it will stretch, but these elements, they stay in their own place. I'm going to Ctrl Z that. To change that behavior, we need this bit stick to the right and this bit with the change of the size width stick to the left. So I'm going to select our auto layout, go here, click into advanced and spacing mode, change the spacing mode to a space between. So now when you change the space, you can see one is stick to the right, the other one is sticks to the left. So after doing this, I'm going to change that to a component and change its name to notification bar, and going back to my layer, to frame again, going to assets and drag it here. The moment is a bit, so if you just let it there, align to the top and to the right, I can just align it to this side. I'm going to change its color to white, so I select that, then change that one to white, double click, change the color to white again. So when we go back to our frame, we can see there's better contrast there. So the same thing happens here. If I just drag it here, I can see the only navigation bar moves around is just the bottom navigation, the top one won't move around. So we have to select that, then go to the change that what is it, it's vertical scaling to a scale, and just leave that one to the top. So now when I select my frame, when I change and scale and change the size of the screen, that one will automatically resize itself. So this is the way you can create a top notification bar and bottom navigation bar for your screen, and this is a responsive way and creating that with auto layout.